Are you a top-tier sales leader searching for your next huge opportunity? Then listen up, because
Good evening. This episode of the Intraday Price Action Recap is being brought to you by the Smart Money Manuscript. Hello, my name is Timothy Lee Wright Sr., and I'm the creator of the Smart Money Manuscript. But Tim, what is the Smart Money Manuscript? The Smart Money Manuscript is your roadmap to financial freedom. Inside this powerful course designed to transform your financial future, I've meticulously condensed over 1,000 of my public YouTube videos into 40 highly efficient lessons that span just 2.5 hours. This course is strategically designed into 4 phases to help guide your learning in the most logical and effective way possible. Phase 1 lays the groundwork, covering essential financial literacy like budgeting, banking, and taxes. In Phase 2, you'll move beyond the basics, learning about brokerage accounts, figuring out how much you need for your own individual retirement. You learn about how to do fundamental research on companies, and you'll also learn how to conduct technical analysis by looking at stock charts. Phase 3 empowers you to build a robust portfolio and leverage your capital using advanced techniques like options and futures, and it also teaches you the importance of backtesting your strategies. Finally, Phase 4 takes a deep dive into the advanced ICT concepts, giving you a professional edge. Each lesson includes a short quiz to help solidify your understanding. By the end of this journey, you'll have the confidence and tool that you need to make intelligent investing decisions, manage your money without fear or ambiguity. So if you want to be a long-term buy and hold investor, if you want to be a swing trader, if you want to be a day trader, if you want to trade stocks, if you want to trade options, if you want to trade futures, the Smart Money Manuscript is for you for $69.99. Yes, $69.99 for all of this here. $69.99 for all of this here. Can you be telling the truth? Can you really be telling the truth? Welcome back, everybody. We back. Uh-oh. I still got the Halloween background up there. Hold on. Let me fix that. I still got the Halloween background up there. Where is it on here? Video settings. Yes, that's it. I found it. Virtual backgrounds. Yes, sir. Guess who's Bizak? Still smell on my clothes. What's happening, man? How y'all doing? Did you miss me? Did you miss me? How y'all feeling, man? Y'all come on up in here. Single file. Don't be coming in here with the shenanigans. Just come in here, single file. Let me see who we got up in here. Did you miss me? We got Deborah up in here, pretending like she doing some work. I see Kim. I see Lump. Oh man. I don't see nobody here today. They done fell off. They said, man, Tim gone. We got to find somebody else to follow. Tim been gone for a week. I'm out of here. Hey, man, I'm back. For those who don't know, my wife is back over here amongst us common folks. She back over here amongst us common folks. For those that don't know, she was one of the many people that was stranded in Jamaica because of Hurricane Melissa. She was stuck over there for a week. A week. She was supposed to come back on the 27th of October, and she didn't get back until the evening of the 2nd of November. So she was over there for an additional week, roughing it, living. The resort was running off generators. They didn't have hot water. The cold water that they had to turn it off throughout the day. So when they did turn the water on, they had to get buckets of water to keep in the bathroom. So if they gotta go, then they can flush the toilets. You know, they got to wash clothes in the sink and hang them outside to dry. Cause you know you on a vacation. Ain't nobody packing for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have been over there, I'd just flip my boxes inside out. I wouldn't worry about washing them. I just turned them inside out. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate everybody that, you know, was concerned, everybody that prayed, everybody that was asking. I did hop in the Discord today to give everybody an update. And if you missed it and you happen to be watching this replay, I appreciate y'all prayers and concerns and well wishes, and all of the women that were in their group. It was 14 of them. Everybody's back home now. The last of them made it home last night, including my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law was one of the last ones to make it back due to all of the cancellations and everything. Now, if this is your first time tuning in to Tidbit, I ain't in focus. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That's just me, big spot of you to hablo español. And you're now in tune to another episode of the Intraday Price Action Recap. And this episode is being brought to you by none other than moi, the creator of the Smart Money Manuscript. What is the Smart Money Manuscript, Tim? It is your one-stop shop for all of your educational learning that you will need to be a informed trader, informed investor, day trade, swing trade, whatever it is, anything stock market related, the Smart Money Manuscript is your place to go. Now, don't do like I'm calling you out, Deborah. Don't do like Deborah. Don't do like Lump. Don't go get the Smart Money Manuscript and just let it sit over there and collect dust and wait for me to get on live to get your gems. Get the Smart Money Manuscript and do the work so that you can internalize it. My goal is to teach you how to fish. So if thou getteth hungrieth, thou can go to the 7th Avenue Bridge over there by Los Solis and cast out your rod and catch you a catfish or a mullet. Catch you a mullet or a catfish. And then you can clean it and eat it and maketh thou a sandwich with some tater tots. Hey, first link in the description, $69.99. Wonderful investment. If you already got it, share the link with somebody and tell them to get it. Even if they think they're not interested in the stock market, send them the link, tell them to get it. And the holidays getting ready to come up, buy it for your loved ones and say, hey, go and study this. Professional angler. Ha! Hey, man. How y'all been, man? Talk to me, man. How y'all been? I ain't seen y'all. When last time y'all seen me, man? I ain't seen y'all in forever. How y'all been, man? Put something in the chat, man. Put something in the chat. Talk to me. Miss V, talk to me. How you been? Miss V, you miss me? Did you miss me? Miss V, you miss me?
I
Mike
did,
Pitts,
Tim. I
you
did. I
did.
did miss you. I really did. I actually missed the first time you went on speaking about your wife. I missed that, and so I really didn't know what was going on. But I read back on the past comments. So thank God that she is back home. I'm glad to hear
Yes.
that.
Yes,
Yes.
she made it back. She made it back. Calandra, you want to say hey to the gang? I'm talking about come over here and stick your face in here. She got her eyebrows done today, y'all. She thinks she crude. She got her eyebrows done today. She talks some, I'm glad you like them. Cause I was like, Tim gonna be like, what is on your face? Come here. Come on. Come here. Why? Why? Come here.
Hey everybody.
Ain't nobody gonna be looking at your ass. You gotta stick your head in here. Look at her. She trying to stick her arm in.
Glad she's back home.
Sit somewhere, man.
Me too. Hey, Calandra.
She can't hear y'all. I got my headphones on.
What?
Y'all just talking to me.
Lord.
Y'all just talking to me. How about that? They heard you. You just couldn't hear them. Hold on. They want you to hear. Come here.
Hey, Calandra. Glad you made it back home.
Me too. Thank you.
That's
Because
Deborah.
Tim was a mess.
Oh,
She said Tim was a mess.
what camera?
Right here.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Hey everybody.
We're glad you made it back safely. Been praying for you.
Thank you. I felt every single prayer, so I'm very, very grateful. So thank you so much.
Yeah, look right here. Cause that you when you look over there.
I'm looking here.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank y'all. I really appreciate it. I survived Melissa, and I'm here.
That's right. Thank God.
She was hating on the other countries. Cause the other countries, she was like, where the president at? Why they come? They was sitting buses, they were flying. The Asians, the Canadians, who else was it? The Europeans, the Canadians, the Asians, they sent mass transit to come get their people. They was like, hey, you Sprechen Z, you whatever, get on the bus. And all the Americans sitting over there getting their flights canceled.
I will say when I got on the plane for Delta, I told them thank you, and the head flight attendant, she was like, "I wish we could have gotten here sooner," and that made me feel good because to know that they at least tried.
Yeah, they was trying. They was trying. But she back. She back amongst the commoners.
Hey, sister-in-law, what a lick read. I wasn't by
I just put Calandra. Somebody else said something to you. Go ahead, Lump.
Sister-in-law, what's going on?
Hey, nothing much. What's up?
I was just cooling. I wasn't on here when you came in before. Hey, everybody, that's the best sister-in-law in the world. Y'all better believe it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Glad you made it back. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
I'm about to go get my caps. Just Lizzie Kate can't get no love. Lizzie Kate dead and gone. Can't get no love.
Hey, man, it is what it is. Yeah.
Hey. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Thanks for the prayer. Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I wasn't no good. I wasn't doing no live streams. I appreciate everybody who, you know what I'm saying, because I know y'all pay y'all hard-earned money to be a part of the Discord. And you know what I'm saying, I appreciate y'all understanding, you know, because everybody ain't so understanding. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, people be like, hey, I'm paying for a service you need to provide. Everybody ain't so understanding. And you know, y'all know me. If you got a problem with it, the door right there. You know what I'm saying? That just, but I really do appreciate those who understand. Yeah, I can't say ain't nobody complain. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody left. If they did leave, because I don't be checking, you know what I'm saying? I don't be checking the thing like that, because I don't do this to sustain my living. I do this because I truly want to help people. So when people go, I don't know, people be gone until I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, where you been? You know, because people don't always comment, people don't always talk. They be like in the background, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all. And hey, like I said, if anybody do got a problem with it, the door right there is where it's always been. You hear me? But the True Blue gang, hey man, I love you. Yeah, I said it. I love you. Now, let's get over here to what y'all really came for. Because y'all ain't come for all of that right there. Y'all came over here to look at the price action. All right. Now, since we've been gone for a while, we're just going to look at price overall. Oh, before we look at price overall, gang, I told y'all that I was going to briefly talk about something that I've been back testing, and I started forward testing it yesterday. I was already back testing it through old price, but Michael mentioned it on his Twitter space that he did on Saturday. And I took some notes, and I was like, I took some notes, and I was back testing it. And it's just another layer. It's just another layer to add to another layer to add to 2025. Y'all hold on. Just another layer to add to. There you go. What we already be doing. A little fine tuning, just a little fine tuning, right? These the notes that I took, right? If you're a note taker, take you some notes, because this is the juice from the Twitter space. Like I just like to sit down and listen to it, because I'm a 53-year-old man, and I like to hear old people just running their mouth, because I get it, I feel it. You feel me? So, hey Michael, how do you find the right fair value gap to use? Use the range of 30 to 60 minutes. During what time? So you're going to look at the opening range, right? How is the first fair value gap in the opening range used? So Tim, what's the opening range? Oh yeah, we're talking to Michael. So Michael, what's the opening range? Right? From 9:30 to 10. Right? That's your opening range for the New York session. Right? Remember, you got like a 30 to 60 minute range. You giving it that time, right? Also, you're looking at from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, right? That first fair value gap formed in that first 30 minutes of 10 o'clock. That first fair value gap formed in the first 30 minutes of 9:30 to 10. That first fair value gap formed from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. That first fair value gap formed from 3 o'clock, you know what I'm saying, at 3 o'clock, 3:30, that opening range, right? How is that first fair value gap being used? Now, don't just look at it for that session. Extend that doohickey throughout the entire week. And if price is ever coming back in close proximity, throw that little bug on your chart and see how price responds to it. Not only do you want to look at the first fair value gap formed during that time frame, look at the first opposing fair value gap during that same time frame. So if the algorithm creates a SIBI in the first 30 minutes from 8 to 8:30, The very first Bissy after that SIBI is created, look at how price treats both of those. The SIBI and the Bissy. The first opposing fair value gap too. Extend that booger out through the rest of the week, right? Now, you always want to look for the fair value gap that supports the daily bias, right? So where do you get the daily bias from? You want to go with the higher time frame bias. What is the weekly candle drawing toward? What is the weekly candle drawn toward? So if you can figure out what the weekly candle is drawn toward, right, you want to look for fair value gaps that support that bias. Will you be able to trade in the direction of that bias every day? You will not, because every day on a bullish week is not going to be bullish. Every day on a bearish week is not going to be bearish. But when you understand what it's drawn toward, now you know which fair value gaps to focus on, and then now you got another set of fair value gaps to understand how is price going to react in between these opening range fair value gaps, right? Now, for a bit of homework, right? He gave out, go back and look and see when and why did the daily high and daily low form. That's the homework that you need to do for yourself. When and why did the daily high and daily low form? So what time of day did the daily high form? What time of day did the daily low form? And what liquidity did it sweep to form that high or form that low, right? Put that into your studies, right? Put that into your studies. That's the homework that he gave out. So when you go back looking at you're going through your charts, it's easy to see the daily high and low. Put it on the daily candle, mark the high, mark the low, then drop down to your 1 minute time frame and see what time of day that high or low form. And then once you see what time of day that high or low form, look to the left and see what liquidity did it sweep, right? The same thing we always do. You know what I'm saying? You know, we look back and say, hey, it's hitting this key level. Get like Ant-Man. Look through them candles and be like, oh, wait a minute, I got to look this way. Oh, I see why. I probably should have been full screen doing that right there. Right? So those are the notes. And then let me show you on my chart here. Right? I got if you look over here, there's a folder. See, is my fancy dancy on? Yes, it is. Right? If you look over here, there's a folder right here that says first FVGs. Can't see it right now because it's grayed out because I was on a higher time frame, and all of these are on the 1 minute time frame. These are the ones that I picked out on the 1 minute time frame because that's what I wanted to pick out, right? Because I want to see the first, right? So first FVGs, and if I squanch this up right here, right, this is from Monday, right? This is from Monday. So this is Monday's price action. And if I zoom this out, let me come over here. I'm going to hack off, start anew, right? I'm going to hack off. Where's the... taking off today's price action. There you go. I just took off today's price action so I can see better. All right. Now, if you notice here, we didn't get back up to the first after 9:30, right? And then if you notice here with the 9:30, right, all I got is one. I got a SIBI. I don't have a BISI here and the reason why I don't have a BISI because between the time of 9:30 and 10 o'clock, right? We didn't form a BISI, right? We didn't form a BISI, and we never made it back up to that one. But you say you're going to the gym? Okay. All right. This right here, right? That right there is, that's the first fair value gap and the first opposing fair value gap right here in this area here between 8 and 8:30. Right? Right here. This is the first fair value gap and first opposing fair value gap, right? Between 10. Yes, from 10 to 10:30. Okay. And then if we look here, as Michael like to say, like gangbusters, right? Here we go. We open up at 9:30 right here. Nope, 9:30. Right there. That's the 9:30 open right there. Right. That's the 9:30 open right there. So we open up at 9:30, go up, take out the high. This is on Monday. We drop down below. Right. This is our first presented. So the first presented on Monday was a SIBI. Right. And then the first opposing was a BISI. Okay. It ain't important that has got to be all out so you can exactly see it, right? Because I want you to just look at what price did, right? So we come here, we sweep this high, then we drop down, take
That's a
out
good
this
idea.
low. Right? Yeah, that is a good
Friday.
idea. That sure is a good idea. Yep. And once we went below it, right, we trade back up and look how the sensitivity at those two imbalances is right there, right? Yep, we overshooting some, but why we overshooting? Because we're coming back up into other stuff. But look at the price sensitivity and look at the bodies of those candles at those two first fair value gap and first opposing fair value gap from 8 o'clock. Right? Look at the bodies telling the story. Right? So we're coming up here into this high probability inversion fair value gap right there. Right? We're wicking up into the high probability fair value gap there, wicked up into it there. But look at all of the bodies right there at those first fair value gaps from 8 o'clock. Right? Then 10 o'clock, we come down here. This is our first. So we come here, right? We create our first. The first on 10 o'clock was a SIBI, right? And then we created a BISI. That's the first opposing, right? And then as we was creating that, we came back up into the 8 o'clock time frame, into that high probability inversion fair value gap over there that we talked about. All right. And then we drop back down below those two imbalances from 10 o'clock. Boom. Look at the bodies of the candles, right? We dropped down here, bump, came down into our new week opening gap, right? Traded back up. Look at the sensitivity at those there, engineering all this liquidity there, right? We dropped down in here, took out those lows, right? Created an intermediate term low, right? And then we went back up, still got price sensitivity here, right? But we're slowly making our way over, right? See how we're hugging around these areas here, right? And that was the rest of the day, right? But look at how price is just ping-ponging, right? Around this during this morning session right here. Beautiful opportunities coming off of there, right? Turn back around and we go back up, but delivered beautifully here during this morning session right there, right? Then, right, turn that back on there. So now we trade away, come all the way down, have a steep drop off overnight, right? This is just regular fair value gaps right here. That's just all regular fair value gaps there. Pay them no mind. Yeah, pay them no mind there. What's up, Felicia? I see Felicia in the building. What's going on? What's up, Rhonda? See Rhonda. I see Kelly over here. All right. Dead. I don't know how to say that. Des. I ain't even gonna try to say it. But what's happening? Yeah, that's my wife that's back safe. I didn't go to Jamaica. It was a girl's trip. Uh, all right. So today, right, this is our first and opposing. 8 o'clock. All right. This is our first and opposing at 9. And then did I not mark any at 10? It says I got it marked. Where is it? Where is it at? Oh, it's up there. Okay. It's above price. Okay. It's above me. And it's 10. 10 is up there. So 10 is here, right? The first and opposing for 10 is up here. First and opposing for 8 is here. First and opposing for 9:30 is there. All right. So up here. And who was tapped in to the what's the name today? Right? For those that was tapped in today, remember let's talk about when the market was getting ready to open up, we was down here and we said we had been a sell program all day. You don't want to look for reason to sell down here. You want to see price move back to a premium, manipulate out some buy side and give you an opportunity to short, right? And we said, watch and see if price want to come back up here. We got the upper quadrant from the 20-day dealing range that was up here near the midnight, and was the 15-minute or the 60-minute we was looking at?
15.
It was the 15. Okay. Yeah. Cause we was talking about, I said something about a fair value gap over here. We were saying it had this upper quadrant, right? And if price was bearish, we want to see this be used as resistance. And if it was going to reverse on us and go up, we want to see us push through that and then use it as support, right? But if we was in a sell program, you don't want to sell down here. You want to, and we was talking about the halfway point being up there near that quadrant. So this was the lowest low at the time. And then we said for this was the latest drop here. Right there. We said for the latest drop, the quadrant, what's that? The latest drop? Let me check the 60. Yeah. For the 60, for the overall, I know the overall, we talked about that. And then let's talk about the latest drop because it was something we was looking at where that right there was we was talking about the quadrant anyway, right? So for our latest expansion there, coming from here, right? That's our latest expansion. There's the quadrant here, right? We came back up to a premium, came back up into that SIBI, did not make it to the midnight open, right? And then we created a BISI on that quadrant, created a SIBI on that quadrant. So now we got a balanced price range right there on that quadrant there, right? Failed to get back up to it, right? Left the breakaway gap, never tried to trade back to it. And then price dropped down, right? So the morning we shot up and then we came down, okay? But what did we do? We went back to a premium, right? Manipulated out
buy side, and then went down, right? On a lower time frame, you probably got some opportunities to find something to participate on, right? But on the 15-minute, there's nothing really offering there. But going back down to I got sidetracked talking about what we was talking about on the thing, but you see that it delivered like gangbusters. But looking at today's first presented, right? Open up here at 9:30, trade up into the 8:30. I mean the 8 o'clock first presented, right? First presented and the opposing. The first for 8 o'clock today was a Bissy, right? That Bissy right there, right? And then the opposing was a Sibby up at the top of it, right? The first presented for 9:30 was a Sibby, and then the first opposing was a Bissy, and then 10 was a Bissy, and the opposing was a Sibby. Okay, we traded up to the inversion fair value gap from the 8 o'clock, right? Dropped down, traded down into the upper quadrant of the new week opening gap. Okay, then blast off, created the first opposing, right? Then we traded up above the 8:30, use that support, we dropped down into this fair value gap here, right? Drop down into that fair value gap, drop down into that bullish order block right here, and then we took back off, right? So we use support, got a quick manipulation of sell side right there, then we blast off, right? We blast off, come up there to the quadrant, right? And we get back up to the low of the wick from the 30th, right? This is the low of that premium wick right there, that upper quadrant. Okay, just above equilibrium. So we're in a slight premium now, because when we was doing our pre-market, we were down here in a deep discount from a strong sale program, right? Coming from all the way up here somewhere. That's 8 p.m. 6. Yeah. So right around here. That's what we started at, right around here. All right. Drop down. And if we look there, we started right there inside the that was the first and opposing fair value gaps from yesterday, where we closed and started at. Right. So we closed right at those fair value gaps yesterday, and we opened up right at those, and then we dropped all the way down. So we was in a deep discount here, right? Deep discount here. We came here, opened up, manipulated out sell side. Like we said, traded up into the 8 o'clock, manipulated out sell side right there at the quadrant. Then we came up, then used it as support, manipulated out sell side again, blast off, right? Delivered up into the premium, right? Started engineering liquidity, popped up, manipulated out buy side, right? What we always say, you want to look for opportunity to, if you're looking to get short, you want to see price be in a premium, manipulate out buy side, and then give you a reason to participate. And if we look right here, we can see that we manipulated out buy side there. Then we formed an important high, right? I smile because I'm important, right? If I can get it, there you go, right? He's happy, right? Once we come down, we drop down here, right? We drop down here, create a SIBI as we come through, getting a break in market structure here. That's our break in market structure. There's shifting sentiment, but it's still a market structure shift here. What I call it a shift in sentiment, because we didn't make a high. We create a bearish mitigation block there. All right. With a SIBI there, trade back up into that quadrant. Don't actually touch the SIBI, right? But we trade back up into the quadrant, boop, and price drop, right? Once price drop there, okay, we come down, trade below that low there, rally back up, right? Trade back up into that SIBI after dropping down. So boom, if you was waiting here and then get picked up, right? Right, drop down, give another opportunity, right? The short off of that SIBI there. This right here is during the macro time. This right here is during the macro time, right? So 2 opportunities to get short there, right? Then we don't get that sell side there, right? But when we come here, we get the base hit there, right? We get the base hit there, but we don't get that sell side there, get a deeper retracement, manipulate out some more buy side. Then we finally drop down and get that sell side there as we getting ready to go into lunch. Okay. So we can see there again, right? Use that support here, manipulate sell side, blast off, right? Don't do much with these at the 10 o'clock hour. Don't really do nothing at all with them, right? Then we come back down, see the sensitivity as far as using them as support here, manipulate out buy side, then we drop down, and we use them as resistance here, right? We get a push up above it, right? Nice little manipulation push above it. Okay, but then we drop back down, right? Using them as resistance. Then we come back and the ones from the 9:30 hour, right? Use them as resistance. Okay, so that's what I want to share with you as far as I've been back testing this, right? And I've been forward testing, meaning each day I've been marking them out and just leaving them on the chart and seeing how price interacts with them throughout the day. Okay. And I got them inside a folder so that if price gets far away from it, like we far away from these up here. So now, right, since we so far away, since we so far away from these, right, I could just come in here and turn these off because we like super far away from them. So it's like there's no need for me to keep them there. I can leave that one on there. It ain't that far. All right. Those there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no need for me to keep it there when price is like really far away from the same thing I do with my new week opening gaps and new day opening gaps, right? Since we're far away from the new week opening gap now up here, right? I could turn that new week opening gap off, right? Just like the wick, just like the daily wick. Okay. We can look at that daily wick. Here, that daily wick is from the 30th, right? Right. And this is all this is all the stuff that like the little nuances that Michael share with us to give us reasons to look at these prices, right? And if you don't understand how to use it, right, it's you're looking for prices where you expect price to give the algorithm to give you some type of reaction. Okay. And if we look in here, say, Tim, why did you highlight the wick from the 30th? Why didn't you highlight the wick from the 31st? Right? You highlighted the discount wick from the 30th. You know why you? Yeah, I got a discount wick on the 31st too. Right? I'm on the wrong folder. 31st discount wick. See, I got quadrants for that right there too. Right? I have quadrants for like most of the daily wicks. Right? If I try to make a quadrant for it. I ain't made that. Oh, that's just today. No, that was yesterday. I didn't make one for yesterday. Right. I need to make one for yesterday, but I try to make quadrants for the wicks. We so far away from it, so I probably won't make it now because I don't be wanting to be a million of them in here. But I picked this one here because this is the one that did the most damage. This dug the deepest out of this wick, that wick dug the deepest. And looking at discounted here as 1, 2, 3 days back. So 3 days back, right? This is the counter. This is the wick that did the most damage. Well, Tim, what's the significance of 3 days back? Yeah, that's throwback. What Michael told us to do for 3 days back? Hmm? 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 Who remembers? Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks, blocks on blocks on blocks on blocks. What are we supposed to do 3 days back? What are we supposed to be looking at? Do I need to get a timer?
3 days back, we supposed to be looking for old liquidity.
Yes. We paying attention to the highs and lows 3 days back. So if you're looking at the highs and lows 3 days back, I'm looking at everything 3 days back, especially if I got a long wick that's in that 3 day back range. So if I'm looking 3 days back and this is the wick that did the most damage, that's why I'm opting to look at that wick over this wick. Right. So that's why I got that marked out. Now come here, put that at the start of the day. Right. Let's go down to, we're going to just jump to a 15-minute chart. Right. So everything to the right of this line, right, we're looking at these quadrants right here, because that's the quadrants for that wick, right? Daily wick from the third, discount wick from the 30th. So everything from this line this way is today's price action. So this right here is today's price action, not counting after 6 o'clock. So here, so all this that I got encapsulated, that's today's price action. And as you see, right, zoom in, this is 15-minute chart, right? And right to that point, we did come back in contact with it there, right? But we notice here, what we do, we open up here, we drop down to that quadrant, right? Boop, set a fair value gap on that quadrant, doesn't go back to it on the 15-minute, drop down, right? Get a closure below the equilibrium, right? We trade back up into that fair value gap. Where's that fair value gap? That fair value gap is intersecting with that quadrant right there. We trade back up into that fair value gap there. All right. And then we drop down. If we look here, right, you say, Tim, why did we only go there? Right. Let's check it out. Right. From that body up, right. What do we do here? We offered buy side, we offered sell side, then we left that area there. Right. This right here is the counter when we're leaving all of this area right here. Okay. Come there, run to the low, came back to a premium. Right. Came down, created a SIBI on a quadrant. Where's that quadrant? That daily wick over there. Right. Traded back up into a premium. What makes it a high probability fair value gap is intersecting with that quadrant. The candle 2 is pushing through and intersecting with that quadrant right there. Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks, blocks on blocks on blocks on blocks. All right. Then trade back up. Get out of there. Trade back up to that fair value gap there. We drop down, right? What do we drop down to? Some ambiguity, y'all know what I'm saying? Some place of ambiguity, right? Drop down to that quadrant. What is that? That's the lower quadrant. Boop, hit it there, right? Trade back up into that SIBI right there, right? That SIBI, counter number 2, intersects with that quadrant level. Trade back up into that SIBI, right? Get below that quadrant, use it as resistance. Midnight open, right there. We drop down, drop it like it's hard, right? Uh-oh. Right. We drop down here, tear off, come down into the upper quadrant of the new week opening gap, right? Trade back up, drop down here, hit that upper quadrant one more time, rally back up, right? Come above that upper quadrant of the 20-day look back. Is there a space there? No space. All right. All right. Come there into that overshoot, that SIBI, right? We overshoot it a little bit there, right? Then we reach all the way up into that first SIBI as we drop down, right? All the way up into that first SIBI as we drop down right there. And that also, you know what I just noticed? Oh, I love when I see this right here, right? This 15-minute chart here, right? This is a 15-minute chart, but can somebody tell me this range here, right? If I highlight this range right here, right there, right? If I highlight that range right there, okay, make it big here so y'all can see. Okay, let me get me an info line. So come from that candle, and I stretch it over to that candle. Can y'all see the times that that price area encapsulates? Can y'all see that time right there? Who said? Y'all tell me what that time say at the bottom. Can y'all see that? What time does that say right there?
12 to 12:30 a.m.
12 to 12:30. And what's 12 to 12:30?
Opening of the, is it True Day?
Opening range.
Yes, True Day.
Oh,
Yes. That's our midnight. That's our midnight opening range. Right. Come on, Smart Money Manuscript. Where you at? Where my used a lot at? Oh, there it is. Come on, Smart Money Manuscript. Where you at? All right. We come there. What do we say? Opening ranges. First 30 minutes of a thing. Opening range of the day, 12 to 12:30 a.m. Right? Asian, 8 to 8:30, London, 3 to 3:30, New York, 9:30 to 10. Right? And then if we look here, right, we just discovered this together. Y'all seeing it in real time. From 12 to 12:30, right? We create a SIBI right there on the 15-minute candle. Okay. So if I come here, right, let me take this off. Get out of here, you. All right. So we're gonna come here. There's no space there, but there is a space. Is a space? 25. Yep, it drops. So there's a space there. No space here. All right. Then we're going to make this a SIBI on the 15-minute. Boop. That's a 15-minute SIBI. We're going to put this right here. First, bears, fair value gap. Midnight. Opening range. 11, 4. Right. And then when we squash this back up there, price, where did price go? Right back there. I'll be a monkey's auntie. Now I will be a monkey's auntie. Boom. Boom. Do y'all see that? Am I tripping? Am I the only one that see that right there? Am I the only one that see that? So we got a quadrant there, right? Remember, we was talking about that quadrant this morning. We was like, hey, we got a quadrant there, right? From our latest drop. We was talking about our latest drop, right? We was talking about from our latest drop. Was that the drop there? Yes, right there. I think that was a drop. Either that or that. I think we was using this one. I can't remember. Or were we using this one? That's the one we was using right there. Right, that's the latest drop. Okay, so from our latest drop there, because that's the latest drop down. If we didn't use that one, I don't know. It was one of these, but looking at it now, that's the latest drop there. Okay, but we got our quadrant and a premium, right? So when we come to equilibrium, how far past equilibrium can you go, right? There's no definite buy-side liquidity here. There is a few little levels of liquidity, but it ain't nothing that's just gaping and looking out. But what is there? An imbalance. What imbalance is that? The first 15-minute imbalance created in the morning's opening range, right? So that's the first 15-minute imbalance of the day. That's the first one of the day right there, right? Because this true day open, right? And what's above there? How far up can it go? Right there. Oh my goodness. This good right here. This is good. Coming there, institutional order flow entry drill, and then we drop it like it's hard. Going down there. Oh my goodness. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Somebody told me it wasn't no algorithm. Should I believe them? Should I believe them? Now, y'all see, right? That wick that I just picked randomly. See how price come down, hitting them quadrants, right? Come back to that quadrant there. How far above it can it go? Right there to that first fair value gap from the day on the 15-minute. Then drop back down, right? So we come down to a quadrant for a very algorithmic level, right? Trade back up to a quadrant of a very algorithmic level, right? Drop back down to a quadrant of an algorithmic level, hit the equilibrium, the consequent encroachment, go back to that quadrant, drop down below consequent encroachment, come back up to the fair value gap, right? Right around consequent encroachment, drop back down to that quadrant, hang there on that quadrant, drop down to the low, which is the lowest quadrant of the whole thing, right? But they said it's not an algorithm. So these little quadrants, remember where we always talk about putting the PD arrays in the 4th grade, right? These quadrant levels, these are places where you can look for the algorithm to react a certain way. Are you looking to buy and sell every quadrant level? No, you're not, right? No, you're not. What are we looking for? When are we looking for an opportunity to sell? What do we want to see? If we're trying to sell, tell me what we want to see. I say it every morning, right? If you look for opportunity to sell, what do you want to see? Somebody tell me. If you look for opportunity to sell, what do you want to see?
I want to see manipulation of the sell side first.
That you're trying to sell.
Huh?
You're trying to sell.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to sell. So I'm looking for manipulation of the buy side
And then you want to see an opportunity to sell where?
in a premium.
In a premium. Exactly. So you want to see it manipulate buy side, and you want it to be in a premium so that you can have an opportunity to short.
Yes.
Right. So if you're in a discount and it manipulates buy side, right? It can go down, but guess what? That's not where you want to be trying to, because you're not selling cheap. You want to sell expensive. So if you're seeing it manipulate buy side and keep selling off in a discount, right? At this point, you're starting to chase price, right? You want to see it in a premium. You want to see it manipulate out buy side and then give you an opportunity to short in the premium, right? So for example, right, if price comes here and manipulates out buy side and then runs off, you want to wait for it to come back to a premium, right? But like here, it manipulated out buy side here and ran away, but then it gave you a balanced price range there, and then it came back to the premium of the latest expansion leg, right? So you see how we're not, even though it's trading above this buy side here, we're not looking for it to manipulate buy side here and then sell down, right? Based off of this, right? We ain't looking for it to, based off this, and we sold down. Now we down here, and I want to see it manipulate buy side and then sell off. No, right? We're looking for, we manipulated the buy side, right? And then it didn't give an opportunity here, but it gave an opportunity to sell off in a premium there, right? And then we came down here, right? This right here, we're retracing back to a premium there, right? We're retracing back to a premium there. Why is that? Because as we're coming down, right, we didn't create no definite buy side here to manipulate out as we're dropping, right? We're just getting like a trend, right? So as we trending, right, when we look to the left here, right, once we trade it past this right here, this is the balanced price range now. So all we're doing now is coming back to a premium to sell off, right? Did you get it? Get it yet? Ooh, my secret, right? And then when you look at this move right here, right, and you be like, Tim, you said we supposed to look for manipulation of buy side and look for a reason to sell. I'm glad you said that, right? I'm glad because I know it's somebody there thinking it, saying, oh, he's so contradictory, right? So now we're looking at our dealing range because why did we say, right? Based off of this quadrant here, right? We've left this quadrant here, right? Where did Michael say the best shorts are going to come from? Who can remember what Michael said the best shorts are going to come from? Who can remember? Who can remember?
Right. The quadrants,
Say again.
the high of the quads and the low of the quads.
He said, close. I give you. We playing horseshoes, so I give you a close, right? Because remember, I said it sounds very contradictory. Who anybody else want to guess? Right? I said it sounds very
Something about discount of the quadrant.
Yes, the best shorts are gonna come from the discount of a previous dealing range, right? Or something to that effect, right? This is our PD array that we're watching here, right? This is our premium area, right? When we come back into that premium area, we're coming into the discount of this range here, right? We're right here inside this lower quadrant area here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we're inside of this lower quadrant of this range right here, right? We trade back up into that lower quadrant. He said your best short setups are going to come inside of these lower quadrants, right? It sounds contradictory. Now let's go back to the naysayers that said he's being so contradictory. He said it didn't manipulate out any buy side because it came back to a premium, right? This is a 15-minute chart, right? I'm gonna go in here. I'll shrink this down here. When we came here, right? We already talked about this. It looked familiar to y'all now. When we blast up, we came back up to our premium. Remember we said we came to our premium. That's our upper quadrant that we was watching, right? That's our first SIBI that we just found here together. We trade back down, used that upper quadrant for support. We came up. We manipulated out some buy side. Oh my goodness. We manipulated that buy side. Price came down, gave a beautiful reason to short inside of a premium at a first fair value gap after midnight inside the lower quadrant of that previous PD array / range, right? The lower portion of that, I think he was talking about like daily wicks or premium PD arrays or something like that. But he said the best shorts are going to come from that lower quadrant down there, right? Beautiful opportunity there inside that lower quadrant. Drop down, breaking market structure, sell inside a premium of that leg right there. So if you miss that, based off of that sweep of liquidity, now the liquidity sweep is done. We expand away. We're in the premium of a move, an opportunity to short in a premium. Oh, I'm asleep.
Yeah, based on time. Wake up. based
Oh,
on
okay. Okay. What say
based on time, like the micro. You know what I'm
Yeah, the
trying to
micro,
say.
yeah, the micros.
So will you have maybe took a trade where it was the look like 11 o'clock, around the 11 o'clock hour versus earlier, or
That's totally up to you. This right here,
uh-huh.
right? So let's come over here. That's totally up to you how you want to trade it, but we know time is king, right? So if your trading setup, I think that was Calio. Was it Calio? Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but he said his setup, I can't remember who it was, but it's like his setup now is he just trade like during the macro times. Right. So this is a macro window here. Right. These are our macro, right? These are our macro windows there. That's the 10 o'clock macro. That's the 11 o'clock macro. All right. So those are our macro windows. So if you say I trade during the macro window, that setup, remember that setup I was talking about right here? If you didn't get an opportunity to trade that, this setup here in a premium is right here inside this macro window. Right. It's right there. If you're waiting for the specific time, it's right there inside the macro window. And this macro window, right? The price action is in agreement with this intermediate term high, right? That eye kind of ugly, right? It's in agreement with this intermediate term high right there, this breaking market structure. So all of this is bearish, right? And now we got a balanced price range and we expand away from the balanced price range and trade back up into the premium. And yes, that right there is the first SIBI created as we took off. So came back to that first SIBI right there inside this macro window, the first SIBI of this expansion down, trade back up into it and drop. So as far as the macro time, it just depends on your trade strategy. Does your strategy say I need it to set up during the macro time? Or does your trade strategy incorporate the macro time? Or are you just trading discretionarily and say, hey, we're coming up on a macro. Let me see if I can find a setup. I do that a lot. I'd be like, okay, we getting ready to go into a macro window. I'm not getting into a trade right now. I want to see what the algorithm does. Does it manipulate any liquidity before I get into this trade? Like if it's 948, 1048, something like that, it could be trade, like it can be going to a fair value gap that I want to short on or get long on. And I look at the clock and it's 1048 or 948. I'll be like, nah, I'm gonna wait and see what this macro do, what liquidity it try to manipulate before I get into a trade. But did that help at all? Because
Yep.
I kind
Yep.
of start talking mid question.
Yeah, that was fine. Thank you.
All right. I don't think I can offer anything else today. What I am not reading that. I am not if you Monica, Monica ain't in the Discord. I'm sorry. I got to read it. I got Tim, do you trade other markets other than NQ like gold or other futures? If so, do you find these exact? Yes, the concepts work, and I don't trade any other markets. I used to trade the ZB, I used to trade the ES. Now I strictly trade the NASDAQ. I used to trade options on the SPY and the SPX. I used to trade options on the QQQ. I used to trade options on stocks. These concepts work on everything. If it's got price action, these concepts work, right? All of the Micah talked about it on his space the other day too. He said people misconstrue when he talk about there being one algorithm, right? He's not saying that it's one algorithm that controls every market in the world, but there's one algorithm that controls that market, and all of the markets are coded with the same algorithm, So it's essentially one algorithm. So it's like there's an algorithm for gold, an algorithm for silver, an algorithm for NQ, an algorithm for Apple, an algorithm for everybody, but all of the algorithms are coded with the same script. So they're all going to do the same thing, right? They're all doing the exact same thing. The only difference is some are more volatile than others, meaning they got broader moves, right? Some of them move quicker than others, right? Meaning like either rapid or slow, but they're all doing the exact same thing. So if it's got a price chart, these concepts will work. Michael won't vouch for crypto because he hates it, but people who trade the ICT concepts, they say it work in crypto too. I can't vouch for crypto, but I can vouch for the index futures. I can vouch for the bond futures. I can vouch for Apple. I can vouch for the Qs. I can vouch anything that I've ever done, traded, lost, won, anything, the ICT concepts work. Taking into consideration that the equities have a long bias. I don't know what that means. What you mean taking into consideration that the equities have a long bias? I don't know what that means. Like it don't matter if it's got a long bias or a short bias, the concept still work, right? If it don't matter if it got a long bias or a short bias, because like right now, we know that the NQ, when we look at a monthly chart for the NQ, right, is bullish. We're in a buy program, right? Yeah, institutional order flow right now. The institutional order flow is bullish on the monthly. So right now, the NQ is long bias. You're bullish on NQ over the long period of time. Why? Because we're in a buy program. We're in extreme premium, right? We're in extreme premium. Okay. And so for the long term, right, the NQ is bullish right now. The order flow is bullish. Now, when you get to a premium, right, and you get to a certain point, you anticipate a pullback, right? So let's look and see how far we've gone. Okay, we're going to go from this low back to the high, right? Look at there. What did we hit? We hit that 0.5 right there, right? That point, that's an anticipatory reactionary point. Why? Because the algorithm did something very specific right here, right? It did something very specific there. What did it do? Right? It dropped down. Well, first of all, it pushed up, created relative equal highs. It dropped down, took out sell side, traded down into a discount PD array, and then price expanded up, right? So, and right here, we also did something specific too. We kind of consolidated here, all this right here, right? We consolidated there. So we expand and we reversed, right? So based off of our if the delivery, consolidation, expansion, right? Reverse. What do we look for? Retracement and delivery, right? We consolidated, check. We expand, check. We reversed, check, right? Now we're looking for a retracement and a delivery, right? We've come to an anticipatory reactionary point, right? Right now, we're looking like we're starting to retrace. Okay. Now, how much of a retracement will we get? Will we get a retracement for the monthly time frame where we come back down into a discount of our latest expansion leg? I don't know. Don't care. Right. So this is when we left this area. So coming from that candle there to that candle there, right? Trading below 24,601.25 would bring us down into a discount for the monthly chart, right? So trading down below there, that will bring us into a discount, right? So that would give us consolidation, expansion, reversal, retracement, and then trading back above that high would give us a delivery, okay? So overall, you're bullish. Now, does that mean that you can't never take any shorts because it's bullish? No, I don't mean that. But if you choose to trade like that, no harm, no foul. Because you say, I only want to trade in the direction of the institutional order flow. Nothing wrong with that. And then based off a monthly time frame, you would just wait until you come back into a discount. You come down to at least 24,601 and a quarter, right? And you're looking for reasons to buy right in this area right here, right? From that line, this is where you're looking for reasons to buy, right? So then you'll go down to a daily chart because we're looking at a monthly chart, right? Go down to a daily chart because we're looking at a monthly chart. And then hold up, Gus, let go my duck. What do we have here? When we come into our daily chart, what is right here below the low? Our low of our 20-day look back. My Atlanta, look at how this stuff lining up, right? So this is our 20-day look back right here. So we're looking for reasons to trade inside of this 20-day look back, right? So if we come back down here, okay, what we got here, this lower quadrant there, that right there could be a very good place to start looking for setups, right? If we come down here below that there, what do we have here? We got some liquidity inside of our 20-day look back that we could sweep based off our higher time frame. We can manipulate some sell side, right? Look for an entry setup and a reason to buy in a discount to deliver back up there. Will it happen like that? I don't freaking know. But this is how you look for your opportunities. You have a distinct area where you're looking for stuff to set up at these quadrants in the future right there, be it long or short, right? You're looking for reasons for price is going to generate something at these areas for you to buy and sell off of. Why is that? Because the algorithm did something very specific. This is a very specific range. This is the highest high and the lowest low inside your if the 20-day look back. Okay, we're in a premium. We're anticipating a retracement, right? Do we have to retrace all the way down here? No, we don't. Why? Because we have a balanced price range here. And if we're exceedingly bullish, price has already come to a discount. We filled this liquidity void, right? We could very well come to equilibrium, right, of our 20-day look back and then blast off. Am I saying it's going to happen? I hope it don't. Why? Because we're treetop tall. We're treetop tall, right? Let's get us a nice little retracement back. But they can keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing because what do people want to do? They want to be the one to pick the high of the bull market and say, hey, I called the top. So people are constantly trying to short and they're constantly squeezing it higher and higher and higher and higher. Because when you look on the monthly chart, right? When we look on the monthly chart, we have not had a retracement on the monthly chart. We had a green month since April. Haven't had a green month since April on the weekly chart, right? We haven't had a real pullback on the weekly chart if ever, right? We expanded, consolidated, expanded. We did have a retracement here, expanded, right? So we had this large expansion. Once we left this balanced price range right there, we consolidated again, expanded, retraced, and delivered, right? And then as you notice there, I ran this based off of the latest expansion on the monthly chart, right? Where do we consolidate at? Right there, equilibrium. Y'all remember them Tim Minucci's that we talk about all the time, right? So go back and think about it, right? When the weekly chart was forming, right? Let's just come here. Let's do this right here. All right. Gonna come here and we're gonna knock those weeks off right there. All right. So we're watching our weekly charts. We're here, right? We're slowly moving up and then we expand away, we displace away, and we start like consolidating this week, right? We still going there, right? So now we pull out our Tim Minucci's. Those who don't know what the Tim Minucci's is, right? And let's say we're not even going to pick that low because we probably wouldn't be thinking about that low. But let's come over here. Either we can pick this low or we can pick that low, right? But we're going to pick one. We're just going to pick this one because we ain't going to try to act like we super perfect, right? So then we'll take that. Then we'll put that right there where price is consolidating at. And we say, oh, since price consolidating right here, I know that that's probably the halfway point between where price is trying to go. This is what we did in the past. This is how I oopsed up on the Timinucci's, because I say, hey, price always tends to consolidate at equilibrium. So when price is moving, if it starts to consolidate, I just come to the low or high before the consolidation, stretch the Timinucci out, right? And say, hey, price can realistically go to there, right? And then I'll look to see, is there an anticipatory reactionary point there, like a high or a low? And in this case, we're at all-time highs. And based off something very specific that the algorithm did, we anchored it here and anchored it there, right? What is this specific thing that it did? It created a very important low. I smile because I'm important. It created an intermediate term low. So we anchor our fib there, run our extensions, and we have a 0.5 right there. That 0.5 is coming in line when I anchor it there, stretch it to the consolidation. That 0.5 is right. I can say, oh, that's a draw on liquidity. That's an anticipatory reactionary point. And then we put the meat back on the bone, right? Where did price go? Right there to that point right there. And then start to pull back. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it yet? Ooh, my secret. Oh. Hey, I'm gonna stop running my mouth before they ban me off YouTube, man. They don't like when you drop sauce. They don't like when you give up the game like this right here. They get mad. I done made somebody mad right now. Y'all just don't know how mad I done made some people. Y'all don't know how mad I just made some people. Them people that selling their mentorships for $10,000, $500 a month. I got them hot right now. Do y'all got anything for me? Do y'all have anything for me? Felicia, we miss you over here. I caught Robinson standing in the back of the locker room at the school the other day singing, I miss you. I'm talking to you, FC. I miss you. Hey, man, if y'all ain't got nothing for me, that's it. That's all I got. Tomorrow is Wednesday. All right, we back like we never left. So it's tape read and stream with the mentees and the mentees from YouTube and the diamond members from the Discord. The 8th, this Saturday, is our next Q&A for the Smart Money Manuscript. If I didn't tell y'all that, if y'all didn't know, right, we have a monthly Q&A in the Smart Money Manuscript. Right? If you purchase the Smart Money Manuscript, right, not only do you get an excellent course, right? Not only do you get an excellent course that's laid out perfectly, you have a total of 40 different videos and quizzes. It's not 40 videos, but it's 40 lessons comprised of video test, right? So it's like somewhere around 18 videos and 18 quizzes, somewhere in those neighborhoods. Let's count them right now. We're going to count them. Intro, that's just me talking. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's 19 quizzes and 19 videos and 19 quizzes. And then it's like a disclaimer about ICT. I didn't make this up. He made it up. And a welcome video. Right. And there's your 40. Right. So 19 quizzes, 19 videos, 19 quizzes. The quizzes are to test your knowledge on the videos that you watch. And then you get a monthly Q&A with me every second Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Where on God's green earth are you going to pay $69.99 for a very, very detailed and informative course? And on top of it, you get monthly Q&As with the creator at no extra charge. Not a webinar, not a facts section, not where you go in and type in something. You can ask your specific question to the creator every month at 12 p.m. on the second Saturday of the month. And our next one, as you see, is coming up on November the 8th. Tap in, man. And with that, are you able to see my comments? Wait a minute. Y'all know I don't be looking at the chat. Y'all know I don't be looking at the chat. Are you able to see any of my comments on YouTube? I think you have had me blocked for a few sessions. I did not block you. I did not block you. Ain't nowhere in the world I blocked you. Who done blocked Here Learn Share on YouTube? Hold on. Let me fix this immediately.
You need to fix that now. Yes.
She said I've been missing when she speak. I ain't nobody paying attention to the peanut gallery. Paying attention. Sharon, come get your eye. Oh, she had fake work today, so Sharon came to help us out. Hold on, let me go in here. How do I get in here? Let me see here. Let me go to my YouTube studio. Dashboard. Let me see here. How do I? Let me see. I know I seen this. I saw it somewhere before. Is it under settings? Channel. Advanced settings. Permissions. No. Community moderation. Blocked words. Okay, I saw blocked words. Nope, that ain't it. Okay. Let me do this right here. Let me ask Gemini. How to unblock someone on YouTube. Unblocking via computer. Put this up here for anybody else who want to learn how to do this. Because it be streamers that be in my stream and they pretend like they not. Okay, it said go to YouTube Studio, click on the profile icon in the YouTube Studio. In the left menu, click settings. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Move out the way, Zoom. Go to YouTube Studio by clicking on profile icon in the top right. Select YouTube Studio. Uh-oh. I'm already in YouTube Studio. All right. And then it said on the left menu, click settings. Okay, I did that. That's where I had went. And then look for hidden user section. I don't see that. I don't see. Oh, community tab.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It says select the community tab.
I see community moderation. User management. It's new. It's user management. They don't have that in there. Right?
Gemini need to fix it.
Cause it said, cause I went to community. It says I went to settings, I went to community moderation. And then when I first went there, I just scrolled down, but it has 3 tabs up there. One is highlighted, and then the gray is one say user management. So when I click on that, and then when I scroll down, all right, here we go. Let me see. And then she got like 42 names, so I need to. It's a bunch of. Well, if y'all see these people I got blocked up in here, let me put this over here so y'all can see this right here. Can y'all? Am I sharing my screen? Yes, I am. These are people I got blocked here. All these weird bot accounts. What's your thing on YouTube? What's your thing on YouTube? Nah, I got to fix it now because if I don't, that's what it is on YouTube. Oh, it's not. It won't pick it up like that. I thought it was gonna pick up. Yeah, it's not picking it up inside this box, so I got to manually do it. Okay. Ruth Jones, blonde. Nah, you didn't. I didn't see your name in there. I didn't see your name in there unless I missed it. New money.
What if the comments are just hidden?
If they hidden users, like I can't see nothing from these people right here. If they comments and viewer posts from hidden users won't appear on your channel or community, they can't create clips of your videos. It may take several days to remove their existing content. Yeah, content. Yeah, yeah, you're not in there. Yeah, you're not in there. I don't know what's going on with that. And when you put a comment over there, it's not showing up.
You say you've been, and that's my first stream in forever now. Did you try to comment today? Did you try to comment today? Oh, it's over there. I was looking for this. It's fine. Do not worry about it. Me either. But I do not think they have been seeing my comments. Try to comment today. That's what I'm saying. Try to comment now. Going to test it now all day. I was the first comment. There's a setting for all messages at the top. Just post it again. I see it's a hit learner share. It says hey at 5. Wait a minute, let me change it. Okay, when I put it on top, I can't see that comment. But when I change it to live, I see, okay, let me come over here. All right, when I put it on live here and go to the top, it says here learn and share at 5:19. Then please do not hang up on us today. My recording did not save Friday. I need to redo. That was at 5:20. And then when I go to top, the first thing I can see is Kim at 5:23. When I come back to live, now I don't see you. Oh, there you go. Here, learn and share. Red. They will be all right. Test. I see her message. I see her saying test. But when I change, let me see. When I change it back to top, I don't know. It disappears. When I change it back to top, like here, learn and share is gone. I don't know why. Some message such as potential spam. You're spam. It says on top chat, some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. And your name being here to learn, share 130, they see that as spam. See, when I put it on top, when I put it on live, I could see your comments. You're spam. That's why. The computer thinks you're spam and you blaming me. So I need to make sure I keep it on live so I can see your spam comments. Mystery solved. Mystery solved. Thank you. All right, that's it, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hopefully y'all got something out of this evening. If you didn't, I promise I'll do my best next time. Hopefully share something that you will get something out of. And mentees, YouTube mentees, and Diamond Discord members, I'll see y'all in the morning at 9 for the tape reading session. Everybody else, I'll see you at 6 tomorrow for the price action recap. And again, if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, welcome. If it is your first time, you probably ain't here this long because we've been on here for a minute. But until the next time I decide to get on Al Gore's internet and share my thoughts
on this thing that we like to call price action. It's your boy, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. It's just big spot of, hablo Espanol. Y'all be safe out here these strange streets, man. I'm gone.